This is something that is in short supply these days, and my wife will tell you that this is not exactly my strong suit either. There are times where I can be impatient, and I have a hard time waiting. I'll tell you a funny story on myself here. When I became pastor here at Sligo, and I was looking out, trying to plan out my sermons and everything, I made a statement. I said, you know what? I'm only going to preach on subjects that I have mastered. Subjects that I believe that I, have pretty much met the standard that God wants me to have in those areas. I very quickly ran out of sermon ideas. And so I realized that we're all in the same life thing together, and hopefully we're going to be heading in the right direction. And so the message that I feel the Lord's laid on my heart for today is not a message that I can stand up here and say I'm an expert on this. I struggle in this just like many of you do. But I want to tell a story on my son. 5-year-olds are great for sermon illustrations, and as I was coming home a few weeks ago, I walked in the living room and I noticed Jane was at the computer, Jennifer was watching TV, and Jonathan was on the telephone. And at first I thought that he was on the play telephone because he was talking real quiet like, but he was on the real telephone. And he was talking to a girl. You see, Jonathan has a special friend. And that special friend is Jessie Middleton. And so Jonathan was on the phone with Jessie, and over in the corner, just kind of talking and stuff. And I looked at my wife, and my thought was, you're letting this go on. You're letting this happen. Jonathan hasn't even hit double digits yet in his age. He's already talking on the phone with a girl. But anyway, Jonathan was talking on the phone. And all of a sudden, he comes running up and gives the phone to Mommy and gives the phone to Jane. And so Jane was like, okay, well, you're done. Good. Go ahead and go get ready for bed now. And then Jane puts the phone to her ear. And there's a pause, and she says, Jonathan, Jessie's still talking. So Jonathan was done with that conversation. He was done. Jessie was still talking and not done. Now that's wrong on a few levels, but it gets worse. So Jonathan comes back and grabs the phone and says, when are you going to be done talking to me? Obviously, he has a few things to learn, but the point is, Jonathan, he doesn't have a lot of patience. When he's ready to move on, he's ready to move on. And, kids are like that. Not a lot of patience, not a lot of focus. Guess what? Grown-ups are like that too. We adults are like that too. Give us a few days without power and electricity, and we're ready to climb the walls. In my case, we had power back briefly on Sunday, and then it conked right back out again. It's like being teased with it. And I was like, that's just wrong, And all of a sudden, I get more agitated. Like, they shouldn't turn it on if they can't handle it, And so we had to wait another day for the power to come on. And then the cable wasn't working. Now, for me, it's not a cable TV issue. It's an internet issue. And I go through technology withdrawals. And I'm like, I have a computer and it works, but I can't get on the internet. This is a problem, And you get impatient. We've been really spoiled in this day and age. Amen. We've been really spoiled in this day and age. And it's hard for us to wait and be patient on things.